Our guest is Serge Bellegarde. Serge is a colleague of ours, a Haitian brother. Actually, Serge is one of those who started Haitian programming here at WPFW in Washington, D.C. Welcome to our program, Serge.
Thank you very much, Ron, and thanks to your listeners for listening. Hopefully, we'll have a very good conversation.
Yes. Well, I mean, for the fact that Haiti has reached the presidential politics is a testimony to the importance and relevance of Haitians in this country. I've always said it, you know. Um, what are your feelings? I mean, to hear one of the candidates bring up this question of dogs and then it's turned out to be
Cats.
untrue, you know.
This is infuriating, really, and this is frustrating, and it shows the hypocrisy of those who have been uh, talking about this, and namely former President Trump and his and Senator Vance, he's the candidate for to become vice president of this country. I would say it is a shame for the United States to have those two guys hoping to become president and vice president of a country like the United States. Not only is what they say not based on facts, but it's a lie. It's a lie which has been demonstrated to be a lie by Americans and other the pundits, but it is the cynicism, I would say, and it's not the first time that Haitians are being used as pawns, for political purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, I think there is another aspect of the issue because by talking about this issue in those terms, it demonstrates the clear racism of Trump and Vance, because they are talking about deporting immigrants, and they specifically mention Haitian immigrants, but we know that they are out to kick all kind of immigrants out. And to tell you the truth, they themselves should start by leaving because when you look at the story, Trump's grandfather came from Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and he came to the United States and made his money, his fortune, by operating a restaurant and a brothel for minors. As those who know really the history of the United States always say, the United States is a country based on immigration. And when you look at the what happened in Springfield, Ohio, there is a guy called David Graham who just wrote an article in the Atlantic Review and who underlines the fact that the Haitians who came in Springfield, Ohio, have contributed in reviving manufacturing in the city, and they are creating jobs. And economically, the economy was almost dead,
Mm-hmm.
and it's those Haitians who have been reviving the economy of the area.
You know, I mean, it's so fascinating to see the importance, and I have to bring this up all the time because
Mm.
the role of Haiti in the creating of America,
Yes.
I have to go back and say,
Hmm.
uh, with Chicago,
Yes.
Jean, Jean,
Jean-Baptiste Point du
Jean,
Sable.
right,
Hmm.
Jean du Sablé, you
Hmm.
know, I mean, to see a people a part of this American psyche to be created,
Hmm.
then you to have this attitude. It must be uh, uh, a nasty attitude.
It
Um,
is. It is. That's why I use the word the cynical. because those people are without scruples, and for their own political purposes, they will not hesitate to uh, talk about lies, just
Yes,
for their own purposes.
yes,
And you're talking about what happened in Chicago, and when you look at the contribution of Haiti to education in this country, in so many universities that you have Haitian Americans who are leading president
scholars.
of
Yes,
universities,
yes, yes.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, give us a sense of the reaction of Haitians in the diaspora. I mean, there
that
must be a lot of protests
uh,
going on.
yes, indeed. In fact, that's why I say this time, I think the Trump and his people and the Republicans in general have been barking at the wrong tree, because there is a mobilization throughout the United States. There has already been protests in Miami and Mar-a-Lago this coming Wednesday at 5 p.m. in New York. I believe Trump will be speaking at the Nassau Coliseum, I believe. There is a mobilization going on, and Haitians throughout the United States, Haitian Americans, and even those who are sympathizers, or you don't have to be Haitians to
Right, right,
appreciate the gravity of the situation. So
right,
they will be there Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. And if I get the chance, I probably will drive up there to participate.
right, right,
And among the musicians, it's the musicians have been also talking about the issue, and most importantly, they have been telling Haitians, do not forget to register to vote in
right.
November, because there is nothing like a political power. And do you know that in Florida only, there are 300,000 Haitian Americans who are eligible to vote, and that's enough. That's enough for a candidate to win the state.
Right,
300,000 Haitian Americans eligible to vote.
right, 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 right. Well, let's change maybe the tide a little and talk a bit about the other cultural activities.
Mhm.
Your Creole Academy, is it still
Oh yes,
advancing and moving on?
oh yes, oh yes. We've been we have meetings every week, and the Haitian Creole Academy is alive and working hard. We've been recently we put out a resolution on Creole, how to write certain things,
Right,
etc.
right,
And we are working on the Creole grammar and
right,
on the general dictionary.
right.
So, nap travail.
Not coming.
We are working, nap travail, definitely.
Saka passé.
Nap boulé.
Well,
Yes,
you're
definitely.
looking at one future student, you know.
I hope so, definitely. You'll be more than welcome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Now the music. I mean, I see such taboo combo. Oh, oh, oh.
Yes, yes. Tabo Combo was in town this past Saturday at the gala by the Association of Haitian Professionals,
Right,
and uh, and there have been a lot of new music coming out. There are new bands. There is one. I will actually send you some music from the group like Equipe.
right, right,
There is another one called Aizan, so there have been about 5 or 6 new CDs coming out with a lot of music.
right.
Culturally, we always produce whatever the
I,
conditions.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, but I still can't forget my darling Emmeline Michel.
Evelyn Michel. Yeah, I know she, if I ever get a chance to talk to her, I'll tell her that she has a big fan in Washington. She's been in concert here and there. No
Right,
CD recently. No, she has
yes,
not produced any CDs, but
right.
still playing left and right.
Yes, yes, yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But the music of Haiti is a fantastic music form to follow, man. I
Extremely,
mean, the
yes.
artists, people like Coupe Chloe and all of these
Uh-huh.
guys,
Hmm.
man. I mean, Necesito. I mean, all of these guys,
Yes, yes.
where does the energy, where does it come from? I mean,
You know, that's something sometimes I talk about with my friends, you know. It seems that when the situation, the conditions may be bad, either inside or outside of the country, if there is something that always shows a lot of vitality, is the culture. People produce, whether it's music,
yes,
whether it's painting, whether it's other cultural activities, you know,
yes,
people are
yes,
always producing. In fact, the dire conditions in the country do not impede the sense of creativity
right, right, right,
among Haitians.
right, right,
And then you can see that right now, you know, there
right,
are a
right.
lot of things going on,
Yeah,
despite the dire
yeah, yeah.
conditions on the ground with the gangs and all that, you know. But we are alive. We are
Right,
alive.
right, right.
Mm.
And the gang situation is being handled. The Kenyans
It's
and
being
their,
handled. It's being handled, you know, but way too slowly. There are a lot of things that could be done, but for some reason the logistic is difficult.
yeah,
And because of the policy of the previous government, it's not easy to undo the harm that the party of Michel Martelly, the PHTK,
yeah,
PHTK, the harm that this party did to the country is unconscionable. It's
yeah,
incredible. So it's going to be a while. People are getting impatient, of course, because they have been under the gun for so long. You know, they have been displaced. You know, there are thousands and thousands of people who've been displaced inside their own country. So
right,
you can
right,
understand the frustration, you know, but the police, aided by the Kenyans and the Haitian army, and I think there is a contingent of Jamaican soldiers who have arrived,
I know, right,
and the government is supposed to receive also some helicopters, which is important in this kind of fight.
yes, yes,
So little by little, in the last couple of months, the police has been pretty effective in getting rid of some bandits, but there are so many of them, so it's going to take a while.
right, 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 right,
And of course, they are preparing also for elections. But
right,
although no one sees in how elections can take place in those conditions,
yes, yes,
you
yes,
know. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, listen, my friend, it's so nice talking to you again. Any last
indeed.
words? Any last words you'd like to leave us with?
Well, let me say that I hope, and we are mobilizing the Haitians since we have been the target of the racism and the immigration issue.
Yes,
But make no mistakes, whatever your nationality, a guy like Trump will do what he says he will do, and people should not underestimate him because I cannot understand that with all the things that he represents, that nearly 48, 49% of the electorate are still supporting him.
right, right,
I cannot understand how they can justify such support.
right,
So mobilize and go vote, register to vote, because this is the only way we can stop a guy like this. Those who can vote either by mail, early, wherever there is early voting, they should make sure that they vote, they get their family to vote, because that's important. Because
right,
politics is a question of the power, and you have to exercise the power through your vote.
right. Thank- Serge Bellegarde, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you very much, and
Okay,
my greetings to the listeners.
thank you. I've
Thanks.
been speaking with Serge Bellegarde. Serge is a linguist and a good friend of WPFW and Caribbeana. This is Von Martin. Caribbeana continues.